Flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 21st, 2020 Village Board meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee LaRocca. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Darby.
Abstain.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Frusaloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye. For the listening post, first off, do we, Tia, do we, or I'm sorry, Julia, do we have any report, any comments from our Zoom audience?
We do have one public comment, and I'll go ahead and read that now. It's from a Mr. Ben Budnick. The subject is voter fraud and undermining democratic elections. Good evening. I wanted to reach out as I am concerned with the mayor of Carroll Stream forwarding and propagating unsubstantiated rumors regarding the November presidential election. On December 2nd, 2020, Mayor Savarino posted on Facebook a video continuing to advertise voter fraud and unsubstantiated irregularities regarding the results and tabulation of the election. By this date, over 50 court cases had been brought regarding this, and no evidence of fraud, wrongdoing, or irregularities were presented in any of those cases. Continuing to spread these rumors and give credence to the baseless arguments within undermines the very democratic process by which our country is founded. While our ties to political parties can be strong, they should not overwrite common logic or the overarching goal of the system designed to serve the will of its people. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Tia, do we have any other comments?
We have received no chat comments via Zoom, and we have no phone call attendees to provide comment in that manner.
Thank you very much. And we also, of course, don't have anybody here because we are abiding by the strict guidelines of Open Meetings Act of only being able to have 10 people at a meeting. So we don't have an audience here. With that, we're going to stick with the listening post. I'm going to hand this over to trustee Geezer to talk about the holiday house decorating contest.
Well, thank you very much. We did it again, and it was our biggest ever. We had well over 50 entries this year, and that was more than our usual is about 30 to 35, so we have 20 to 25 more than we normally have. And today I'm going to announce the winners. Like Trustee McCarthy said, we are unable to have these people join us today, but we have sent them off their certificate for winning. So I will announce the winners, and they are the big snowball winner was 178 Carriage Drive, and that's the Coley family. Congratulations to the Coley family. Our Frosty's favorite, and that's basically a kid-friendly award. That's the San Felice family at 1316 Sheffield Court. So congratulations to them. And the judge's favorite is 802 Thunderbird Trail, the Bradley family. So yeah, that's congratulations to the three families. I would like to recognize our judges, and these have been past winners of the holiday contest as well as the Halloween contest: Rudy Vanderbeest, Vince Engstrom, and Jim Slanker. So congratulations. We'll be doing it again next year for Halloween. You know, it'll come by quicker than you think. So start thinking about your design. We'd love to have you participate. And as I've stated at meetings and other trustees and the mayor have stated, it really livens up the community. It gives the community a reason to come together a little bit, especially in this dark year. So thank you very much. Thanks again. I always say this, thanks to the board and the mayor for allowing me to continue this great tradition.
And thank you, trustee Geezer. Great job working with it again. And Tia, fantastic job People love the interactive maps that the village puts out. And it was amazing, not just the winners, but everybody else who decorated this year. It was a blast driving through throughout Carroll Stream.
Well, in
and
this
seeing
year, as
everything.
compared to some years, I even got calls from residents saying, well, why didn't this house win? Why didn't that house win? And again, we may need to make it more clear, as sometimes we have in the past, that if you won the year before, you can't win.
Can't win right
So
away.
there were some great houses that were on the map and deservedly so belong on the map, but they won last year, so.
Absolutely. So great job and great job, Village. All the residents. It was fantastic. Okay, we do have a public hearing that we're going to need to open, and I believe we're going to open it. And
Let me read this statement.
please.
Microphone?
Microphone.
Thank you for reminding me. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. This is a public hearing on the proposed annexation agreement for the properties located at 27W174 North Avenue and 2N441 County Farm Road. The public hearing was properly noticed in the Examiner on December 30th, 2020. Copy of the notice of the public hearing is attached to the agenda item. Staff recommends that the village board conduct the public hearing, accept any public testimony, and then close the public hearing and take no further action at this time. Further action will be taken at a further board meeting.
Okay, thank you. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I will make a motion to open the public hearing.
A second.
A motion by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee Zalick.
Are there any public comments?
We have received none.
And there are no public comments and none on our electronic, Tia.
Mr. Mayor, I just have one comment. This is Attorney Rhodes. I just want to note for the record that a copy of the annexation agreement has been on file with the village clerk's office since December 30th of 2020 for public inspection. A copy of that annexation agreement is included within your packets. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have received no electronic public comments either through our electronic form or through the Zoom chat feature.
Thank you very much. Is there a motion to close the
So moved?
moved by trustee Geezer
Second.
and seconded by trustee LaRocca? Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Garvey,
Yes.
trustee Zalick,
Aye.
trustee LaRocca,
Aye.
trustee Geezer,
Aye.
trustee Frusaloni,
Aye.
trustee McCarthy.
Aye. Is there a motion to select a consent agenda?
So moved?
Seconded.
Moved by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee Garvey. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Garvey,
Aye.
trustee Zalick,
Aye.
trustee LaRocca,
Aye.
trustee Geezer,
Aye.
trustee Frusaloni,
Aye.
trustee McCarthy.
Aye. Madam Clerk, please read what's on the agenda.
Board and commission reports. Plan Commission Zoning Board of Appeals.
Yes.
20-0030-Badway RE Investments LLC, 27 West 371 North Avenue, plat of subdivision. Recommend approval 5-0 with 2 members absent.
Yes.
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 Staff reports and recommendations. Number 1, 2020 Flexible Payment Project. Approval of the balancing change order final payment to Schroeder Asphalt Services, Inc., the amount of $61,593.86, and acceptance of the public improvements for the 2020 Flexible Pavement Project.
Yes.
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 Number 2, 2020 Drainage Improvements Project and Clearwater Court Rear Yard Drainage Improvements. Approval of change order number 1 and final pavement to Copenhaver Construction, Inc. in the amount of $223,637.70, and acceptance of the 2020 Drainage Improvements Project and Clearwater Court Rear Yard Drainage Improvements Project.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 3, motion to approve a professional services agreement with GeoSyntech Consultants, Inc. for professional engineering services to model the hydrologic and hydraulic conditions of the stormwater management facility at the northwest corner of Fullerton Avenue and Kimberly Drive.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 4, recommendation to award a contract extension with Lakeshore Recycling Systems for street sweeping services in the amount of $77,751.50 for the period of May 1st, 2021 through April 30th, 2022, pursuant to the provisions of Section 5-8-3B and subsection 5-8-14N of the Village Code of Ordinances.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 5, recommendation to approve a 6-month extension in the current contract with GovTemps USA, Inc. that staffs an accounts clerk position in the Finance Department at a cost of $1,234.80 per week for the period January 25th, 2021 through July 24th, 2021.
Yes.
Ordinances. Ordinance number 2021-01, amending the Carroll Stream Code of Ordinances, Chapter 1, Government Organization, Article 5, Rules of Order and Procedure. Amendments include the change of the starting time for regular meetings of the Board of Trustees from 7:30 p.m. to 6 o'clock p.m.
Yes.
Yes.
That is ordinance number 2021-01-01. Resolutions. Number 1, motor fuel tax resolution for maintenance of streets and highways. A resolution for maintenance of streets and highways by municipality under the Illinois Highway Code to use motor fuel tax funds for 2021 flexible pavement project in the amount of $2,399,645.50.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3168. Number 2, resolution authorizing a plat of subdivision, Badway RE Investments LLC, Kyle's Corner Subdivision, 27 West 371 North Avenue.
Yes.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3169. Number 3, resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental grant agreement between the Village of Carroll Stream and the State of Illinois, Illinois Protection Agency regarding Klein Creek stabilization.
Yes.
That is resolution number 3170. Payment of bills. Number 1, regular bills, December 22nd, 2020 through January 4th, 2021.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2, addendum warrants, December 22nd, 2020 through January 4th, 2021.
Yes.
Number 3, regular bills, January 5th, 2021 through January 18th, 2021.
Yes.
Number 4, addendum warrants, January 5th, 2021 through January 18th, 2021.
Yes. Thank you. Is there a motion to put those items on the consent agenda?
Moved. Second.
Moved by trustee LaRocca, seconded by trustee Zalick. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye. Is there a motion to approve those by omnibus vote?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee Garvey. Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Garvey.
Aye.
Trustee Zalick.
Aye.
Trustee LaRocca.
Aye.
Trustee Geezer.
Aye.
Trustee Fruzzoloni.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye. And now we move on to report of officers. Generally, when I'm playing mayor pro tem, I usually go by seniority. I'm going to go opposite this time since it's trustee Garvey's first meeting, so I don't stick him in right on the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and start with trustee Frusaloni.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I want to wish everyone a very happy new year. It's already been a very interesting 2021. Hopefully, we will start seeing our restaurants reopening hopefully very soon. So in the spirit of that, please, when the restaurants are safe to do so, please shop Carroll Stream. I know I didn't mean to steal that from you, Julia, but our small businesses right now January is a very slow month to begin with. So anything that you can do within the Village of Carroll Stream to help any of our Carroll Stream businesses, I know would be greatly appreciated. Carry out, make sure you tip Because remember, they're right now, everyone is trying to keep their doors open to their employees, to the staff, and also to their loyal customer base. So please, whatever you can do to help our local businesses. January, February is always the slowest months coming off the holidays. So whatever we can do to do our part would be greatly appreciated. Happy Martin Luther King Day. What an inspirational day. I spent a lot of today going through a lot of his speeches and a lot of the quotes that are famously attributed to Dr. King. And it is absolutely amazing that 60 some years later, they are still more relevant today than ever. So if you get a chance, it doesn't take much. Go on Facebook, go on any of the social media sites, and you'll see just person after person posting something different that Dr. King said that really is heartfelt, and it's very, very touching. Thank you to the participants today. Normally we would have our Martin Luther King celebration at Wheaton Christian Center, but because of COVID, they decided to do things a little different this year. There was a drive-by parade. So there was a paper goods drive and also a diapers, and they were looking for wipes for our Savior Lutheran Church,
Yes.
our Savior Lutheran Church breakfast with a baby. And then the paper goods were for Outreach Community Center. Myself, Trustee Zalick, Trustee Gieser, our clerk, I was going to say Mrs. Schwarzy, Julia Schwarzy. We all stopped by. Matt dropped off donations at my house, so I brought those on behalf of him. So our board came together, even though it's on the non-traditional way. Normally, all of us would have been attending the ceremony. They used to have it in the evening, and we actually would change our board meeting so that that board could go to it. So hopefully next year, we'll be able to get back into Wheaton Christian Center and be part of that celebration, because it really is one of the highlights of the beginning of the year for this board. So again, I just want to wish everyone a happy 2021. And if you get a chance, find your favorite Martin Luther King quote and share it with someone. And with that, I will end my report.
Thank you very much, Trustee Frusaloni. Trustee Gieser.
Thank you very much. And to go along with Trustee Frusaloni, it was a really nice day today. It was nice to see people out donating, and they handed us out something that I found very interesting, and I think is important, is that how we can continue to be part of the change. So a lot of people, they put up the quotes and they think about Martin Luther King, but this is something we can do individually and with our families throughout the year. Things to, items we can read, some documentaries and shows we could watch, and things to do. And the things they talk about doing is volunteering, which most of us, or we all do, and donating, which we did this thing. Listen to others and to care. So these are some things that we can do. So I thank the committee for putting that together. Tia, you were part of that, and I know Trustee Zalick will be talking to you in just a moment. But so thank you for doing that. Also, I mentioned it before, but thank you to the residents and the judges for the decorating contest. That was wonderful as always. And as Trustee Frusaloni mentioned, we wish you all a very happy, healthy, successful new year. It started off rocky, but let's keep our fingers crossed that things will move along in a more peaceful way. And we each take a little bit of Dr. Martin Luther King in our heart, and we proceed throughout 2021. So that is my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Gieser. Trustee LaRocca.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I also would like to wish our residents and our staff and fellow board members a much better 2021. I wish everybody to stay safe and stay healthy. I too would like to congratulate the holiday contest participants. It was, as Trustee Gieser said, it lightened up the town, and I think it brought people together just as a purpose. You got to have something to look forward to, and I think that a lot of people look forward to it. And it was amazing driving through, and you didn't see too many too many houses with no decorations at all. There were a lot of decorations, and it was fun to see. Let's see, I'd like to welcome Trustee Garvey to your first meeting. Welcome aboard, congratulations, and look forward to working with you. And with that, I don't have anything else. I'll end my report.
Thank you very much, Trustee LaRocca. Trustee Zalick.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem McCarthy. First off, I also want to wish everybody, since it's our first meeting, a Happy New Year. It can't get any worse than last year. Well, I won't say that, but hopefully it doesn't. I also want to welcome Trustee Tom Garvey on his first meeting. I think you're handling it better than I did. Also, so there's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We attended the Community Outreach Center, and Tia, can you tell us how many cars and if you know how much was donated?
We're happy to report that we had about 40 cars, and the Carroll Stream community came together and donated more items than the committee was sure how to store. So we were all overwhelmed and very
Awesome.
grateful. And I'd also like to note that that flyer that Trustee Geezer showed us will be out on our social media page this week, along with some pictures from the event.
Awesome, awesome. It's great to hear that residents we're still, even though we're separated, we still come together as one. And that's Carroll Stream. That's the spirit of Carroll Stream. I want to remind residents that they can recycle their Christmas lights, traditional and LED, outside of our village hall here through January 29th. I took mine down pretty quick, but I know that I've seen some still up. So you have till January 29th to recycle here at the village. This next subject, I'm a little disgruntled at our state lawmakers. Not because of the content of this bill that passed in such a quick way, because I agree with some of the aspects of it. I agree, body cams eventually, everybody, it'll only cover ourselves and the villages. Banning chokeholds, having officers demand that they step in to stop other officers from wrongdoing. But what's interesting is Carroll Stream has had these rules on file for a long time. So it just baffles my mind that some departments didn't have that, but I'm glad it's finally out there. I'm just disgruntled on how this complex and significant bill was passed. It was introduced by one number, then it changed to another number, then not one person or entity that it affects most, the state's attorney's office, police departments, or village governments had any say-so in this. And I believe in the middle of the night at 3:04 a.m. to 4:02 a.m., it passed in a lame duck session where 5 of the lawmakers aren't even going to be on the legislature anymore. So I guess I'm just disgruntled at the lack of judgment of our lawmakers, the people's lawmakers. So again, just remember during the next election, and hopefully, we can all come together and live in harmony. I mean, we need that. And with that, I conclude my report.
Thank you, Trustee Zalick. Trustee Garvey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. I agree and wish my best hopes on everyone for celebrating today as Martin Luther King Day. I hope we all had a thoughtful and rewarding day and took some time to consider his life and his influence on our lives and on our communities. My wife and I did participate in the
Nice.
donations today. I also want to thank Mr. Miller and all the department heads for the meetings and their time and the informative support that they gave me on a recent day of orientation that I spent as a new trustee. It was very eye-opening and informative, and I realized how much more I have to learn. So I appreciate their time. I know it consumed most of their day. So I'm very appreciative of that. I want to thank the rest of you trustees who have all offered your advice and support. Please don't think that the lack of my asking any questions means that I don't. It just means that I'm ignorant enough not to know what to ask. Okay, so I also want to, since I've been appointed, I want to announce my withdrawal from the upcoming election. I did submit the petition and was qualified for it, but it doesn't seem to make much practical sense for me to continue to run for a position which I'm already holding. So I filed the paperwork to do that. So my name will not be appearing on the ballot. But I do want to thank the people that did sign those petitions for me. I've run before for offices in Carroll Stream, and it always surprises me how much I really enjoy collecting those signatures and meeting the people face to face and hearing what they've got to say. So I don't want to, as I told all of them, their signatures didn't indicate any endorsement or support for me, but it is important that they sign those petitions for me. So I want to thank them personally and just tell them I really appreciate their efforts in that regard. As the new guy on the board, I think since I was an appointment, nobody knows really who I am or what I support, what my point of view is on anything. So I think it's appropriate that I just make a small announcement, what my philosophy is. And it's the same as Abraham Lincoln. So I'll just quote something from him. The legitimate object of government is to do for a community of people whatever they need to have done, but cannot do at all or cannot so well do for themselves in their separate and individual capacities. I'll just leave it as that. On a more personal note, I'm not one that's given to New Year's resolutions. I can't recall that I've ever done any. Maybe I have and just didn't follow through on them. But this year, I did have more time to consider it. And I just want to tell you about a resolution that I've set up for myself. I have not shared this with anybody yet, including my wife. But my reason is that once I share it, she's going to make me hold to it. So, with the past year that we've had, the economic upheaval, political division, the emotional distancing that we've all had to experience, families that have gone through difficult times, losses in their family and illnesses and things like that. It's really, and the forced isolation that's been put upon us. It really has isolated us all. And I just feel like I need to respond to that somehow better than I have. So I've been thinking about it. And I think what I need to do is I need to be a better neighbor. No matter what I've done in the past, I need to find out ways that I can reach out to my immediate neighbors, to my entire community, and do some little things. I know we can't spend as much time together. There's probably not going to be any, block parties or anything like that. I don't know if we're going to have the concerts in the park this summer, but at least on a one-to-one basis, I'm really going to try and be a better neighbor. I can't say specifically, like I've been shoveling snow for other people. Okay, some stupid little small thing like that. But I hope we can all agree with that. I mean, it is like one of the great commissions of Jesus, love your neighbor as yourself. So I'm really going to try and do that. So I would appreciate your support in helping me do that, giving advice in that regard. And that's how I'm going to approach this new year. And I yield back my time.
That's an awesome outlook. And thank you, Trustee Garvey. And again, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much.
Our village clerk, Julie Schwarzy.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. So I just want to say I'm really touched by what you said, Trustee Garvey, about being a better neighbor.
Thank you.
I just think it's not a stupid thing. It's not a silly, small thing. That's what this is all about. Living in Carroll Stream is helping each other out. And just to kind of piggyback on what Mary and Rick were talking about, Trustee Zalik, about the MLK event today at the Outreach Center, I did look online to what you were saying, Trustee Gieser, about the ways that we can continue to help that center and all the people that are in need. And Trustee Gieser had mentioned volunteer, donate, listen, care. So I actually went to the website, looked at the volunteer page to see what openings were out there. And there's one that really touched me, and it's called, Being a Friendly Visitor. It's for a senior person. So when I was growing up, my mom was a nurse and she was very into helping people. And she had me adopt a senior in a nursing home who had no family, no relatives, nobody to visit her. Her name was Ethel Pritz. And every day after school, I would stop by on my walk home from school, I'd stop by and visit her in the nursing home. And I was her only company. And I just thought, eventually she passed away when I was in high school. But I just remember feeling like, my mom taught me to make a difference in people's lives. And I looked at this at the outreach center, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's perfect. So I'm going to apply. I know there is a rather intensive application process. You do have to fill out forms, they do background checks, et cetera, just to make sure that you're a safe person. But I think it's worth it. And they only require a minimum of 2 visits a month. So, however much time I have, I would like to donate. And I don't know how they will match me up with somebody. I think I do an interview and do go through that whole process. But I just thought it was really great to be able to be part of that event today and realize that there are ways that I personally can make a difference in the community. So, if anybody's interested, they have a lot of different volunteer opportunities, including tutoring children, being a mentor, being a big buddy, like being a big brother, big sister, friendly visitor. They have thrift shops that you can help at. So there's a lot of different opportunities to help out. So that's all I had to say, except for to piggyback on what Mary said, please shop Carol Stream.
Thank you very much. Our village attorney via Zoom, James Rhodes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. The only thing I have today is to welcome Trustee Garvey and look forward to working with him. Otherwise, I don't have any report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And our village manager.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. So we're in 2021. I think we're all looking forward to less restrictions, less mitigation measures, less hearing about the positivity rate every day, less hearing the governor and his press conferences talking about, what's the next mitigation measure. Well, today we had some fortunate news that some of the areas are having their restrictions removed. And DuPage County was one of those. I don't know what date is tier 2 going to affect. So that'll open up. It won't open up restaurants yet. That'll be in the next phase. But supposedly video gaming will be opened up. So if that means anything to anybody. But in anticipation of lessening of the COVID-19 group gathering restrictions, registration for the Citizens Police Academy has been opened. As of now, the CPA is scheduled for February 18th through April 22nd. However, we're going to continue to monitor the COVID-19 restrictions. If the positivity rate gets worse, we may have to rethink that. But Citizens Police Academy is a 10-week program offered once a year and is designed to present an overview of law enforcement and the job of our police officers. And it's very informative. If a resident hasn't taken the course, I highly recommend it. Classes are held on Thursday evenings from 6:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. Topics include crime scene investigation, juvenile laws, gang and drug enforcement, accident investigation, DUI enforcement, traffic stops, SWAT, community policing, and other police-related topics. So if you ever want to know what police officers do, it's taught by one of our police officers, Carol Cadle. It's very informative. You may have had a different experience, and this will tell you what their point of view is, and you'll also be able to express, your concerns or your feelings about police and law enforcement. More information is available on our website, so if you want to enroll.
And just to interrupt, sorry to interrupt, but one of the topics is use of force,
Yes.
which is really a hot topic right now.
It is.
And kind of in my report, that's one of these topics that I think all the residents, along with the others, they'll learn a lot.
Yes, definitely. Good point. Is it online or is it? It's in person. Okay. Yep.
And it's held here at Village Hall,
Yes.
in this room, actually.
A couple of new businesses received temporary certificates of occupancy, including a new grocery store, Jet Foods, the southwest corner of County Farm Road and Army Trail Road. I believe they're tentatively scheduled to open up next week. So another shopping opportunity. And Domino's Pizza located on Army Trail Road, just west of Coon Road. And then final note, Carroll Stream is very green.
Dunkin' Donuts as well.
Dunkin' Donuts, that's right. So there's a variety of different shopping experiences. We recently received 2 checks from ComEd's Energy Efficiency Program, totaling $31,625, representing partial reimbursement for costs for the purchase of 356 LED streetlight fixtures. The new fixtures purchased at a cost of $46,365 were installed by our Public Works staff to save us money over the summer. With this reimbursement, the unit cost was reduced from $130 per fixture to $41 per fixture. So we're watching out for the dollars that we spend. With the completion of this project, our Public Works Department has overseen the replacement of 1,282 of the 1,824 streetlights in the village inventory with energy efficient LED fixtures. So it's not only saving us cost on the fixture, but also on the energy that we use, and it's more cleaner burning. That's all I have.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Missing the annual Martin Luther King celebration today is so disappointing. It's a highlight of to kick off the year. I'm glad they did do something, but it's awful that COVID took something else away. Because you always leave that celebration wanting to do something. It inspires you to do more. You know, our bags committee last year after that decided to make a donation to their college tour program. I know it's just a little thing, but it's, if everybody walks away and wants to do just something little, the world's a better place. It preaches unity and equality, 2 very important words that we need to really work better on using as a nation. This board, when we make decisions, sometimes we don't always agree, but once a decision's made, we band together and grasp that decision and work it the best for the residents of Carroll Stream, because we work together in unison with both staff, the mayor, the board, residents, businesses, and whoever else. Equality and unity. It's the day. Today is, those are big words. Wednesday, when our new president is sworn in, whether you voted for him, whether you didn't vote for him, it's time for us to come back together as Americans instead of Democrats and Republicans, as the old saying goes. Nothing is going to get accomplished if all we do is argue and fight and point fingers and finish each sentence with, but they. We got to get past the but they, and we got to sit down and figure out the we. And I think us as a village, the whole community, I'm not talking about just the board, I'm saying the whole community. We're pretty good at us and we. We're pretty good at unity. And I think we really, as a whole, everybody needs to grasp those words and run with them. We need to work together and we need to make a better nation. With that, I'm going to end my report. Happy New Year. Hopefully it's much better than 2020. And I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by trustee Frusaloni, seconded by trustee Garvey. Clerk call the roll.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Maloney.
Aye.
Trustee McCarthy.
Aye. Meeting is adjourned.